Okay, as many of you know, hard hats are evolving. You're not getting just a typical hard hat anymore. There's a lot of safety features that are involved and all kinds of accessories and attachments. I brought Craig in here, our product specialist with these Milwaukee hard hats, and he's just going to give us a quick overview of what all this means. And now, Craig, so the big thing is, what separates these from, your standard hard hat and helmet?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Nick. So traditionally, you've always seen your regular Type 1 hard hats, which offer great protection, but really is just from that top-down impact. But we've seen a lot of trends within the industry that's been leading us to the helmet option, which the helmet is now offering us additional protection, not just from that top-down, but also the side and front and back impacts. So we've done the ANSI testing to get that Type 2 certification, and we have also done some of your testing for your EN 12492 clauses. So we have touched base on those 4 major clauses with that to make sure we're covering all of our bases with that protection. So that's what you're going to see the main differences when it comes to the head protection itself. Now with our traditional style and helmets, these are all now USA made in our facility in Wisconsin, so we're proud to bring that back to the States and with manufacturing. We are also able to do customization, which happens right next door to where they're actually manufactured. So we have a full service when it comes to the head protection itself, and then now we're expanding that with all the accessory options that are coming out with it.
So with the helmets, you have all kinds of different color options here. Is this everything? Is this all the colors?
Yep, absolutely. So those are all the colors that we're gonna have to offer. So you're gonna have your red, blue, green, black, white, yellow, orange, and gray. So you'll have all those on both your regular Type 1 traditional style hard hats and now for the helmet options also.
So you talked about the customization. Can you just talk a little bit about that? I know that's been around for a little bit, but just to refresh anybody that doesn't know.
Absolutely. So with the new launch of our USA made helmet protection and hard hat protection in our facility in Wisconsin, we now have launched in-house customization for it. So with that, we are able to do all 4 locations, your both sides, front and back options. It is a digital printing style, so you have unlimited color access, so you do not have to be restricted to 1, 2, or 3 colors. You can do a full display, full pictures options with that. We do that all in-house ourselves, and we do have quick turnaround on that. So we are leading the industry when it comes to customization on the turnaround aspect of it. A lot of times you can be out multiple months with that, but with us being able to bring that in-house, we're able to cut down a lot of that lead time and get it turned around and back to you. Another real big thing with the customization aspect is our new visualizer. So we do have a visualizer on our website at MilwaukeeTool.com that you are able to go on yourself and mess around and build some different mock-up options of what you would like to see. And at that point, makes it nice, simple, printing out a PDF that's going to give you all your configurations, model numbers, makes it real simple that you can then walk it into your local distributor to be able to tell them what you want to order.
Okay. Is there a minimum quantity?
So there is a minimum quantity. 24 is the minimum to get into customization. And then also from there, you are able to mix and match styles. So if you want some vented, some non-vented, or some front brim or no brim, you are able to mix and match as long as they are in increments of 6 after that quantity of 24. We get a lot of questions about options that we have, compatibility that we have. Big thing though that we want to make sure everyone's aware of is how and when you can wear these options and what it's considered by OSHA, whether it's a primary option or secondary option. So with that, all of our visors, face shields, and mesh are going to be approved and be Z87.1 plus for the visors and face shields. The mesh face shield, since it is mesh in nature, doesn't get that additional plus rating, so it's going to be at that Z87.1 rating. Now, OSHA does consider eye visors as a primary option for eye protection, so that can be used standalone by itself or in addition to additional eye protection of glasses. Now, when you get to your face shield options, this is now considered a secondary protection. So at this point, this is when you do still need additional eye protection under the face shield when you are using this in applications. So that is a big thing. Just want to make sure everyone is getting out there in the field and being safe and knows when and how these items are going to be protecting them and whether it's primary or secondary use.
Okay, and these shields also have an anti-fog coating, correct? So
Yes.
It says long lasting. What does long lasting mean?
So that's really going to be up to the person in the field on how long that anti-fog coating on the inside is going to last. So a lot of it has to do with the maintenance and cleaning of the shield as you use it in the field. So by nature, it is a coating, so it will eventually wear off. So depending on the type of cleaning liquid that you're using, material that you're using, can wear that off longer. So we do suggest just using a simple microfiber cloth, some warm water, light soap. It's going to do a pretty good job on cleaning it. I would say avoid using cleaning lenses, wipes that have alcohol and stuff in it like that, as that's going to help wear away that anti-fog coating on the inside. Then also on the outside, we do have an anti-scratch coating.
So tell me a little bit about the eye visor, because that looks pretty badass.
Absolutely. So the eye visors are probably going to be one of the most popular items out there for the helmet attachments. The eye visor we will have in a full tint option like I'm holding, and then also the clear option. Now with these are going to have replacement options. Replacement of it is simple on the inside. You're going to have a quick release button to be able to take that lens out and to replace. Now, big thing with these visors is really going to be the ability to use the visors and face shields all with our headlamps. So you'll see here right in front of me, we will have a bolt specific headlamp. So it's going to be a very small, low profile option. Battery portion will sit on the back side of the helmet. So it'll really help the balance of the helmet itself, truly be a good ergonomic fit, and all while having clearance to be able to use the face shield option with it and not having to worry about it getting snagged up on the light itself. Because this is really kind of that biggest pain point that a lot of people have to pick and choose what accessory they want to use. We don't want users to have to pick and choose. We want them to use everything that they need at the time of the application. So that's really why we wanted to call out that compatibility with the headlamp, and not just the bolt specific one. We're gonna have multiple different styles that do work. Bolt, obviously, that new one that's gonna be coming will be compatible across the board. So you don't have to worry and pick and choose what model that you might have. That's gonna cover all the grounds.
And I guess when it comes to shields, what happens if I break one? Can I just replace the shield, or am I looking at a big expense?
Absolutely. So we will have replacement shields, both in a 5-pack and 10-pack options. So you're able to just replace that. Now, say you do have issues with the bracket itself. So not the lens, but maybe the bracket had an issue. So we do have replacement assemblies for the full face shields and mesh shield options. So you can replace that also. Now, there are going to be multiple options, whether it's the visor, face shields, and the family on the compatibility aspect of it. So with that, you'll see I have a section on my right-hand side of universal options. You'll see it's set up currently on our Type 1 hard hat full brim. These options here, you will have full compatibility whether you're on Type 1 hard hat or a Type 2 helmet. So there's no issues. You can have one SKU that's going to be able to cover all your grounds.
And just like your standard, you have your vented and non-vented.
Absolutely. Yep. So all of our helmets and hard hats, you're going to have your Class E or Class C option. So your non-vented or vented option. Then also for the Type 1 hard hats, you will have your full brim or front brim. And then your regular or your new Type 2 helmets, you'll have in a no brim or front brim option. And those brims now is really what's going to dictate the different compatibility of the accessories themselves. So in nature, to be able to have a full brim with visor and face shield to be compatible, you'll have to start seeing the component itself versus a slimmer profile one, which you'll see actually jets out from the side. That's gonna allow for that clearance to get around the brim so you can start rotating that down and up and around. Versus if you're on the helmet style with no brim, you don't have to have that extra clearance. So you're able to have a smaller, lower profile, more ergonomic setup when going with that.
And now when you talk about universal, so it's a pretty standard setup. So if people have some accessories already to put on their hard hats, I see the slots here. I mean, it's standard though, what's already out there.
So you will see a standard slot. So you'll notice on all of our head protection, you'll see 6 accessory slots, 3 on each side. 4 of them are going to be proprietary to our options of our bolt accessories. But you will see the middle accessory slot on them is a standard industry size slot. So you'll see right here in my hand, this is an additional headlamp adapter. This will come with all your eye visors and face shield options. This is gonna be for your headlamps. So when you are working with compatibility to connect onto the helmet or hard hat while using a visor or face shield, this is going to be your adapter that's going to allow that extra clearance and a little bit more low profile option.
So it looks like we also have some sun blockers here.
Absolutely. So obviously everyone, when they go out to the beach or out, they use sunscreen. So you do need that, right?
I wouldn't know.
So you do need that extra protection, especially during those summer months. We do have 3 different type of sunshade options, 2 being kind of in a sombrero style, and then 1 being just a drop down on the back side. So all your sunshade options are going to be able to be used with multiple other attachments. As you can see here with this one specifically, I have set up, this is just your drop down option, but still being able to use it with a full face shield and headlamp option. Your additional head or sun protection options do have pass-through, so when we do launch our earmuff options to this family line, you'll be able to use that sun protection in addition to the earmuffs, face shield, and headlamps. So once again, going back to that full compatibility system-wide, we want you to be able to use multiple different accessories and not have to really pick and choose what type of protection you want at that point.
A Swiss Army helmet.
Absolutely.
Okay, so overall, this is pretty exciting stuff. Bunch of options, all kinds of accessories. The only thing we're missing is bedazzling. We'll get there. But thank you so much for Craig coming out, showing us this. If you have questions for us, just leave them in the comments for us. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, Nick.
Did you like that video? Did you find it helpful? Give us a like, we'd really appreciate it. If you have any other questions, leave us a comment, or give us a call, or send us an email, or write us a letter. Whatever you prefer, just get a hold of us and we'll help you out. If you're looking for even more content from us, subscribe to our channel or check out one of these videos here. Thank you for watching. Now get back to work. Broken.